अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। In this video, I am going to commence, or I am going to begin, or I am going to start a very new poem from Hornbill textbook. The title of the poem is The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman. Very nice poem, very beautiful, very easy to understand as well. So I would request all the students to have the textbook in your hand, so you can understand well. This is going to be the part of your post midterm exam, right? So you will have to understand this poem nicely, and I would request also all the students to write this poem in your notebooks once, because there are new words are also used by a poet in this poem. So before I commence, let me tell you the summary of this poem, and then after we'll discuss one by one line. The Voice of the Rain. The poem The Voice of the Rain is written by Walt Whitman. It is a conversation between the poet and the rain. The rain explains its eternal journey, its birthplace, earth to the poet. The Voice of the Rain. Let me share with you a summary of this poem. In this poem, the poet asks the soft falling shower or soft falling rain, "Who are you?" To which she replies that she is the poem of the earth. It is a strange thing for the rain to reply to the poet. The rain told the poet that she cannot be touched, that the word that is used, impalpable, intangible, right? She cannot be touched, as she rises in the form of water vapor in the sky from the land and the bottomless sea. It changes its shape, yet it remains the same. The vapor changes into clouds due to condensation, right? So that's water cycle is also given. So there is a conversation between the poet and the rain, and the answer is given by the rain, though it is non-living being, but it is amazing. Its fallbacks on the surface of the earth to provide water to the drought-prone areas and to beautify and purify the earth. Its birthplace, it provides life to the seed inside the earth and helps them grow. The seed which is there inside is dormant, inactive, right? And it gives life to the seed. The rain doesn't care if anyone bother about the deeds or not. She completes her work and comes back home. The poet also compares the rain with a song, as they both share a common journey. The song originates from heart of the singer, travel across to fulfill the aim, and come back with due love for the singer, its originator. So this is the summary of this poem. Now let me explain you one by one stanza, so you will be able to understand, inshallah. Let's read together. I would request all the students to have the textbook in your hand so you can understand well. It is there from page number 41. And who are you? Means who are you? So the poet is asking question to the rain. Who are you? Who are you means who are you? Say I to the soft falling shower. Soft falling means dropping slowly, soothing effect. So the poet is asking question to the rain which is falling, which is dropping softly. Which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. So the poet is answered by the rain, and the translation of that answer is given here in the form of poem. What is the answer given by the rain? Let's see. I am the poem of the earth. I am the song of the earth. Right? I am the song of the earth. Said the voice of the rain. So, on the poem of the earth is personification, and it is also called metaphor? Because the rain has compared himself with the song of the earth. That is called metaphor, direct comparison, simile and metaphor. And personification is means non-living being is described as living being. I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. Okay, so the rain is saying that she is the song of the earth, right? Eternal I rise, impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea. Now the rain is telling the birthplace, its birthplace from where its origin. So eternal, forever, perpetual, हमेशा के लिए, endless. Eternal I rise, impalpable, I cannot be touched, I am intangible. Eternal I rise, impalpable out of the land, I origin, I come out, I emerge from the land and the bottomless sea. I emerge from the bottomless sea and I emerge from the land and I am untouchable. No one can touch me. Okay. This is the answer given by the rain. Upward to heaven, then I rises from these two places, then I go to the heaven towards the sky. Whence means from where? From where vaguely form. So it form in an indefinite, not in a definite way. Unclearly it form. So obviously from the sea or from the land under the scorching sun, right? When the sun is scorching upon the water change into the water vapor, and that water vapor goes into the sky, then it forms the sky, right? It forms the clouds, then cloud condense, then it start raining, then again this cycle keep on going. You must have studied water cycle in A standard. So this is okay. Eternal I rise impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven when vaguely form altogether change and yet the same. So I just go to the heaven, the saying that she goes to the heaven, she goes to the sky, from where vaguely form, it start forming itself in an indefinite way, not in clear way, altogether change, then it keep on change. Obviously, it was there in the form of water vapor, then it get together in solid form, then after it condense, it change. Condensation means condensation means the conversion of a vapor into a liquid, that is, so it change into a liquid, right? So it keep on changing the form, change and yet the same. But whatever, either I am there in the water vapor or in the form of gas or in the form of clouds, I am the same. Now let me explain you in nutshell. In the first stanza in the above line, the poet asked the soft falling shower, "Who are you?" To which the rain replied in a strange to strange manner. The rain said that it was the poem of the earth and it rose continuously from land and bottomless ocean in the form of vapor. Okay, next stanza. Upward to heaven whence vaguely form altogether change yet the same, which I already explained. I descend. Descend means utarna. I descend, I come down, I alight from, I get off, I descend to live. Live means wash. I descend to live the drought. Atom is dusty layer of the globe. So why the rain comes away? So he gives purpose, it gives reason, it gives mission, it gives reason. So it comes from the sky in order to remove the drought, in order to drench the land, in order to make this world greenery, the dead land, this dead land, barren land into a fertile land, right? When it comes from the sky, it removes the drought, it removes the atoms, tiny particles, dust, from this globe, from this earth. So this is very beneficial. Without rain, life is in danger. So rain, what does the rain do? It remove the drought, atomize dust layer from the globe, and all that in them without me was seeds only. Without me, there are some seeds are there which are hidden inside the land. Without me, they would not be able to grow, they will not be able to develop, they will not be able to emerge from the land without me. So when it comes from the sky to the earth, there are seeds which are there hidden. Latent means hidden, unborn. It give birth to these seeds also. It give birth to the seed. So in nutshell, let me explain you. The rain tells the poet that it rises upward towards the sky in the form of vapor, where it changes its form, condensed into water droplets. It also says that although its form gets changed, it still remains the same. The rain comes down to wash the drought and provide water. It also washes away the dust and small particles from the earth's surface, and the seed inside the earth grow into a plant because of the water provided by the rain. It gives life to the seeds. Now third stanza, let's see. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. So the rain is itself is the originator of its existence. And forever, my cycle of the rain cycle, it continue forever. It is not for a day or two, it continue forever, for day and night. I give back to life to my. So in the same way, the rainfall from the sky, it's gathered in the ocean. Then from the ocean, under the scorching sun, under the scorching sun, because of heat, it turn into water vapor. Water vapor goes into the sky, it start forming clouds. Then after it condense, it come in the form of rain, and this cycle keep on going. I give back life to my own origin, and make pure and beautified, and I make this beautiful, I make this pristine, I make this land so beautiful, right? I make this globe so beautiful. For song issuing from its birthplace. So the rain is comparing itself with the song. So for song issuing from I emerge from my birthplace, means land and the sea. After fulfillment, whatever wish or ambition or the reason and the vision and the reason of my birth, I fulfill all these and keep on wandering, and I go back to the sky, rake or unrake, whether I am cared for or not, whether somebody is caring for me or not. For example, the singer who is sing a song, whether somebody is caring for it or somebody is listening or not, it goes back to the singer. In the same way, the rain is saying that somebody care for me or not, duly with love return. I return with love in the sky. Alright, so this is let me explain you once again so you can understand. The rain says that by day and night it provides life, care, enrichment and water to the place from where it originated. The rain keeps enhancing the beauty and purity of the earth by preparing a life cycle for itself again. The rain is like a song that originates from its birthplace, just like the heart of the singer, and travel to fulfill the earth's needs and wonder. It finally comes back to the place from where it originated. Whether it is ruined or not, it returned to the original position with lot of love to its birthplace. Now this is the end of the poem. Let me explain the question answer. If you just see the page number 42, there are two voices in the poem. What do they belong to? Which line indicate this? There are two voices in the poem. What do they belong to? The two voices in the poem are the voice of the rain and the voice of the poet. The line which indicate the voice of the rain are, I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. And the line which indicate the voice of the poet are, and who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower. Okay. Next question. What does the phrase strange to tell mean? The phrase strange to tell means that it was strange for the soft falling rain to reply to the poet's question. When the poet asked the rain, "Who are thou?" the rain replied, "I am the poem of the earth." Next question. There is a parallel drawn between rain and music. Okay. Which word indicate this? Explain the similarity between the two. Okay. The line for the song issuing from its birthplace are fulfillment, wandering, rack or unrack, dealing with love, written. Draw a parallel between rain and music. Here the poet compared the life cycle of the rain and the song. As the song originated from the heart of the singer, wandered to the world, whether like or not, come back to its birthplace in the end with love, with lots of love. Similarly, the rain that originated from birthplace fulfilled its duty to beautify and purify the earth and wander and come back with love for its creator. Number 4th question. How is the cyclic movement of rain brought out in the poem? Compare it with what you have learned in science. I have already explained you, but let me explain once again. In the poem, the water rises from the land and the bottomless sea in the form of vapor. It then changes its form, transforms itself into cloud. It comes down to the earth in the form of rain to wash, drought, provide water, give life to unborn and latent seed inside the earth. The rain purify and beautify the earth. In science, the water is evaporated in the form of water vapor, condenses in the sky to form clouds, and the rain down in the form of water into the rivers, stream, ground, ocean. In the poem, the rain describes its eternal journey itself. Next question. What are the last two lines put within brackets? The last two lines are put within the bracket because they are the observations made by the poet and his thought. He made a similarity between rain and the music. List the pair of opposites found in the poem. Day and night, rack and unrack, rise and descend. These are all the opposite words. So I would request all the students, I will inshallah send you the PDF file also, so you will write the question answer, and this is one of the most beautiful. If you have any query, question, feel free to ask me, right? You can send me message on my personal number, which I already shared with you many times. There are many students who are sending message and they give reply in the speed of bits and bytes, right? So I would request all my dear students, mashallah, I'm so happy that all my students of 11th standard, though I have not taught them before, but they are there watching my video, they are there giving very positive feedback. May Allah bless you, and thank you for encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me by watching my video. Jazakallahu khair. Allah Hafiz. Take care and take care of your parents as well. Allah Hafiz.